Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm currently still sick and so I just sound like different. Anyways, I wanted to tell you guys a story today of the times I found out I was pregnant. I'm gonna try to tell it fast so it's not like an hour-long story for each one. But for those who don't know, I've been pregnant 3 times now. I have one living son. His name is Hudson. The very first time I was pregnant, it was back in 2013. Skylar and I had known each other for about 2 months, and I started to have really sore boobs. Like, my boobs were really freaking sore, and that was the only thing that like gave me a sign. My periods had been so wonky and like all over the place, and so I couldn't really judge by like my period being late, and but my boobs were so sore and I never have experienced that before. And so I was like, man, I think I'm pregnant. And so I was talking to my friends and I was like, man, you guys, I think I'm pregnant. And I was like, actually, I just know I'm pregnant. Like, they always say you know, and I think they're right. Like, I was sure I was pregnant. And they're like, oh, we'll go buy a test. And I was like, nah, I'm just gonna go to like the, I was gonna make, you know, you have to do your yearly, what are they called? Gynecologist visits. You have to do your yearly gynecologist visits, and I had one coming up, so I was like, I'm just gonna go, like, I'm just gonna have them test me then and they can tell me, like, I don't know why I didn't want to pee on a stick. I guess I just didn't want to know, maybe. So on Halloween I had my gynecologist appointment and I peed, and they pretty much came in and told me I was pregnant, and I was very overwhelmed because it was very all of a sudden, you know, and I had a feeling, but so anyway, so they told me, and so it was Halloween and I didn't want to like overly shock Skylar, and I wanted him to enjoy his night rather than the stress I knew that he was going to be feeling. So I waited until the morning after Halloween. We both got out of our out of class. We had biology together, and we got out of our biology class, and then I had to go to chemistry, and then he had some other class. I honestly don't remember what. And then after those 2 classes we met up, and I pretty much sat on the floor of his dorm and I told him I was pregnant, and I cried a lot because it was just so unexpected. And then that was how I found out I was pregnant the first time. That pregnancy, unfortunately, I ended up getting HELLP syndrome and preeclampsia, and if you want to, HELLP syndrome is a branch of preeclampsia, I'm pretty sure. If you want to know more about that, let me know below and I can do a video about that. But I unfortunately lost my son when I was about 29 weeks pregnant. Pregnancy number 2. When I was pregnant with Mr. Hudson, I was actually on the Mirena. I had been 6 months after we lost our first son, Jaden. And, you know, we were still in school, and so we were taking our time. We were in college. And so I got on birth control of Mirena, and one day it actually fell out. It was mid-October, like I think it was probably like the 14th or 15th, maybe not. It might have been a week later, but no, I think it was about then. Anyways, mid-October my Mirena fell out, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. Like, why does this happen? And this guy's like, pee on a stick, and my sister was telling me to pee on a stick, and so I got pregnancy test and I peed on him, and they said it was positive. And then I went to the doctor and I asked, I was like, how does this happen? I was on the Mirena, but it fell out. And I think what happened was my body started like rejecting the Mirena, like, because I'd only had it for like a month and a half, 2 months actually. I'd had it for 2 months, and I think my body started to reject it, and so I think it wasn't in right anymore, and so that's probably how I ended up pregnant. But I fell pregnant, and that was a wonderful pregnancy, and I had Mr. Hudson. And then the 3rd time I was pregnant was our only planned pregnancy, and it is a lot different having a planned pregnancy, you guys, than shocking pregnancies. And so I had gotten my birth control out, and we were, you know, just rolling with it. And then I got my birth control out on November 2nd, and I took a pregnancy test on November 21st, and it was kind of like I was waiting. I was gonna wait because I just thought it was gonna be too soon for me to test. And I decided just one day in the afternoon, on the 21st, I was like, I'm just gonna go take a test. And I took a test, and it ended up just very slightly positive. And so then I told Skylar, which is actually in a recent vlog, you can see where I told him. But unfortunately that pregnancy ended in a miscarriage. And so now here we are, and it's 2017. We're trying again. Thank you so much for listening to my stories. I really hope you enjoyed them, and we will see you next time. Bye, you guys.